Good evening. How are you? All right? It's fantastic to be here. Hello. That's right. That's right. I'm the king of comedy. That's right. First Irish king in 800 fucking years. Yeah. And they made me give back the crown. How English is that? Try and be nice. Let me tell you a few things about myself, folks. I was a child prodigy in history and current affairs. Which is weird being a child prodigy anyway. It's all the more weird when you grow up in Kilbarrack on the north side of Dublin. You know? It's brilliant. My family are very loving and they're very supportive, but I can't help but feel that if my family had been from the south side, they would have treated my gifted status slightly different. To be going to family dues and relatives would have been like, that is absolutely fascinating. I had no idea that the Battle of Tobruk was such an important part of the Second World War. And your slides and graphs only brought that point home. Right? I used to run up to me uncles at family dues going, ask me anything about Mussolini. My uncles used to put their hands on my little shoulder and turn around to my man and go, Jesus, Betty, you've got a weird one here, haven't you? You're a little weirdo. It's great, actually, it's great being Irish, travelling around the world, especially across Europe. You know, the best thing about being Irish anywhere across continental Europe is that you can run amok. You can just pee, poo, swear your head off in the street, and all the locals just look on and go, English.
I've never had the best taste in fashion. When I was a kid, when I was about 13, I was enraptured by what I thought was the coolness of Andre Agassi. The Agassi thing, it wasn't just Agassi. I was mad into tennis. I grew up in Bettystown, you know, and the only thing in Bettystown was a few tennis courts. That's all we could do, you know. And I remember I was down at the end of the summer, you know, playing away. And my mother arrived to the car park in a state of panic. That was the day I was to start secondary school. Not only had she forgotten all about that, she'd also forgotten to get me a new uniform. But she said to me, as mothers will do, she said, "You'll be grand. No one will remember to bring the uniform. No one, you'll be fine." We pull into the Christian Brothers, Joseph's and Drogheda. 150 lads lined up against the wall, resplendent, the most incredible new uniforms you can imagine. Out I leap, dressed like Andre fucking Agassi. My mother then realised she got me into a situation from which I mightn't emerge alive. And she did what every loving and caring mother will do in that scenario, you know. She made it worse. She took me by the hand, walked me past each and every fucking psycho in the place, up to the principal. She's a bit of a liberal, you know. She gets up to me and she says, "Now look, the boy's going through a bit of a phase. Take it easy on him. Keep those guys away from him." Gave me a big kiss on the lips and fucked off. Do you remember that? There was always one lad in school who every day somebody used to kick the shit out of him. Remember that guy? Well, even that fella terrorised me daily. So I thought, you know, it'd all calm down for me when I hit about 15. You know, lads start getting a bit cooler and growing up and stuff. And this is always personified by the lads' change in names. That's the age you get Murphy suddenly has to be called Spud. Or Scally will now be called Skiddy. And everyone else just gets an O or an appended to the back of their name. Well, my second name is Lynn, you know. So I thought I was going to be called Lino, Linner, you know, something a bit macho. Take me away from all that Agassi stuff. But at that age, the boys, They called me Linda.
Phew. No, my husband, he's not here tonight, John Claude. Yeah, he's French. Half French, this is, yeah. That's his name, John. Well, he's French distraction, do you know what I mean? Like, he was born in Paris and went straight to Crumlin, like, you know. But you can tell he's French, though, you know. He's got that certain je ne sais quoi, you know. That certain, I don't know what, about him, you know. Like his hand movements, you know. Like he's always eating his dinner with his fingers, you know, that kind of a way. But he's great, he is. He's 1 in 100. We didn't get married in a church on account of he was married before, like, you know. So we had the ceremony on top of a mountain. Oh, it was fantastic. I was like Shakira on top of that mountain. I was. Oh, it was great. It was an amazing. The arches were frozen off us now, you know. But the view from the Sugarloaf is incredible, it is. Yeah. Jesus, Mary Jo, I'm sorry now to be so crude, but I'm after getting the waxing done today, and the pains are shooting up and down the legs. But, oh, jeez, I was getting the old, BL done. There's a fella there, isn't a clue what I'm on about. He thinks I'm talking about a sandwich or something. No, it's just an area. But, whatchamacallit, I was screaming for Ireland, I was. And anyway, and the screams coming from the right-hand cubicle. And I says to the beautician, Jesus, Mary Jo, what's going on in there? She says, a Brazilian. Does everybody know what that is? This fella hasn't a clue. What they do is they pour hot wax right over the lady's bit, and when you rip it off, your hair is in the shape of Brazil. I swear it takes 10 men to hold you down doing it. And they're all Brazilian. And then, screaming from the other side of me, some woman in there, said, what's going on there? She says, a litrum. Jesus, a litrum? You want to see her? She had more hair now coming out than she had going in.
Vicar Street, thanks very much. Gorgeous welcome. We were doing gigs in colleges up around Coolock, and it's just, when I say college, Coolock, and it's weird, and I was asking them, like, have people here done their intercert as opposed to junior cert? Intercert, make some noise for me. Good evening, the hairdressers. Okay. And years ago, you had simple results. You knew where you stood. You had A, B, C, or Dublin. You just knew where you... You knew where you stood in the whole thing. But I was asking them, oh, how'd you go? I got 4 A1s. And I thought they were taking the piss out of me. I go, what's an A1? I thought, like, I got 4 A1s, 2 nice ones, a deadly, and a rapid in joggo. And here's the thing, I actually have to tell you this. There was about 2 months ago, okay? Apparently, we're becoming obese, okay? Not you and me, but those out there. We're okay, we're friends here. But seriously, like, just on this, there was a woman being interviewed on the television. This mother who was huge and the hugest baby in the world, and she was there talking, well, there's nothing I could do. People on the street are saying that I'm obese and she's obese and that my mother's obese. We're not obese. I am not obese. And they go, no, you're not obese. You're a beast. And she actually said about her daughter, she goes, like, it's so unfair that, like, I'm looking for a nutritionist in Temple Street Hospital to tell me what's going wrong. She comes home from school and demands the crisps and chocolate. I was going, what the hell are crisps and chocolate? You've too many P's in your words and not enough on the plate.
We have changed a lot in recent years, Ireland. You know, back in the mid-90s, Ireland would have been predominantly white, predominantly Catholic. And now there's people from every race and religion in the country coming over here. And with that, we've a new thing in Ireland, which we didn't have before, which is racism. There's racism now in Ireland. And in fairness to us, we've taken to it well, you know. And people are saying racism is caused by this and the economy, and racism is caused by that. The real reason for racism in Ireland is the foreigners. Because there was no racism till they came. Let's be honest about it. But we should all get along, you know. It's just ignorance stopping it, you know. Whatever race or religion you are, we should, you know. Whether you're Catholic, Protestant, Hindu, Muslim, German, Buddhist, Jew, we should all get along. It's just ignorance. Because when you think about it, when it boils down to it, we're all Christians. Do you know what I mean? It's just ignorance, you know. There's a lot of ignorance out there, you know. There's ignorance everywhere you go, you know. Americans have a reputation for being stupid. That's sad in many ways, you know. But true in others, you know. I used to work in the gift shop in Shannon Airport, and we used to have loads of Americans coming through. And this one lady, one day, I was like, Jesus Christ. Did she have to fail an IQ test to be allowed out of the country or something? One of the things we used to sell in the gift shop was the Irish flag. That's not the Irish flag. That's the mic stand. We sell the Irish flag up on the wall. And this American lady was looking. I said, hello, madam. Are you interested in buying the flag? And she goes, yeah. Do you have them in different colours? I says, we do, yeah. She says, that's great, I'll take one of each.
Aliens. Can you imagine anybody in Dublin giving a crap about aliens? Ever. Even if there was an alien invasion. Mothership hovering over O'Connell Street. Aliens wandering around kicking the locals about. We rule! Puny earthlings, we rule! The most you get out of Dubs is, he just punched in. Cheeky bastard. Boom. He just got me with his death ray. That's deadly. The unseemly sight of scangers following aliens around, trying to taunt them into another attack. Ew! Ew! Give us another go at that, you little green bastard. Ew! That was enough to kill a horse. Deadly. I like Americans. Most Americans are lovely. Much nicer than us. They are. Deep down Irish people, we're miserable. Nothing makes us happier in the summer months than seeing a backpacker fall over. Come on, visit the castle now with your sprained ankle. It's bush I don't like. And those fat Texan cohorts. Just look at him on the news celebrating that election morning. He's just so angry. Just, I'm a big fat Texan redneck. I'm a hillbilly. I'm big and fat. I got huge boots and a huge hat. And I drive a huge truck that does 1 mile to the gallon. I'm destroying the planet, but I don't care, because my state's already mostly desert. All I do is drive 1 mile to get a huge burger the size of a council house. I hate everybody. I hate blacks, and I hate Mexicans, and I hate faggots, and I hate readers, and I hate intellectuals, and I hate foreigners, and I hate Europeans, and I hate you. But I love Jesus.